everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the 49ers going up against the Packers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept
2nd down run, and at that yardage gain, I plan any down.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. You are watching Madden. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go. 319. 319.
And they take a knee. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on the ground they go with a running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as a game.
They'll try and sneak it here. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And not only did they score, they tied the game. That means...
Yep, the PAT now can win it. Now the biggest extra point. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it is good. And his guys have taken the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Robert Mathis there to make the tackle. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger.
Try the ground game here with the run back. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think what we just saw on that drive, partner, is great practice, preparation, and poise. Not only do they score with little time left for them to retaliate, they chewed up enough time along the way while still getting the yardage they needed. That was an impressive drive.
Very methodical. Now, barring something crazy on the kickoff, they've got this one. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the 49ers going up against the Steelers. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a threat. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They go play action here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Darnell Dockett in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the O-line will hit sack. Now Ben on third and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now here comes the Steelers defense once more. And a tough spot here for the defense, kind of already with their backs against the wall.
Just gave up a touchdown on their last possession. Now starting in tough field position. One thought in mind. At worst, give up a field goal. That's the goal for them right now. No more than 3 points given up. If that happens, they'll feel really good running to the sidelines.
I would think the defensive coordinator would feel pretty good, too.
Oh, he'd be ecstatic about that. Of course, he'll say, give up none, but 3 is really the realistic goal.
And we'll see if they can hold them. They'll come out throwing, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their big-bodied receiver, 29 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ed Too Tall Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Brown. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And they'll go on the ground. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. And they will take a knee here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Marshall's got it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. As they run the counter play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ed Too Tall Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Back to throw. And Ben goes down in the end zone, and that'll be a safety. So just nowhere to escape the pressure that time. He goes down for a safety, and that should all but do it here in this one.
Yeah, they put up a good fight, but you're right. Now they have to kick it away, and this one definitely looks like a lost cause.
Here's Austin. A strong running. And San Francisco gets set to go here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the...
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The time for talk is
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now there he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Well, we certainly haven't seen many fumble returns for a touchdown in Super Bowl history, but there you go. What a play.
And just think about it. We always talk about the best playmakers make their biggest plays on the biggest stage, and there's none bigger than in the Super Bowl. Remember Von Miller?
Yep.
Strip sack, knocked it free. I think Malik Jackson fell out for a touchdown. We've seen different plays like that throughout the Super Bowls.
And this defense has done this all year long. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they trot back out there. They're looking for one final stop here, put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any unity and hope. Go out there and play the way you know how. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Down. Back 22.
Gabbert to throw. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Gabbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go. Look at the 8.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Well, sometimes there are plays that happen that just absolutely defy explanation. I mean, the way he was going, at some point, maybe they're not pursuing him to tackle him. They're just pursuing him to keep letting him lose yardage. Just kind of keep turning him and moving him. Because if you tackle him, yeah, you lose yardage, but this turned out to be way better.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best, It's the 49ers going up against the Ravens.
And they'll run it here. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
Still first down.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And he'll give it here to his running back.
Can anyone get him?
What a move. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it second and short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. And on the ground they go with the running back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down and 4. And a wildcat formation here. They'll look to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one, looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but, hey, they earned it. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Brown, the lone receiver, left. One last gasp for Flacco. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Madison. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the 49ers.
Start this drive with very good field position. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat.
Here we go. Bring that kick.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Their big tight end in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the 49ers get a score closer.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley.
You seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. 3rd quarter action now. This will be taken in at the 1. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them 0 favors with that return.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
The play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play clock winding down. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes this for 3 to the 29. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Time running out here on the play clock. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. The play clock's running down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Play clock winding down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they'll run it here. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now the play clock hits 0 here. And we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20. But
and a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding time. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on
Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They go play action here on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Too-Tall Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner. And
under pressure, and they got to him again. Levante David in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. 2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And if the defense can hold here, this ball game is over.
And they're thinking more than just holding. They're thinking about a takeaway to finish things off.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. They'll look, and a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not as bad.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist them.
everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now a play fake here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down 49ers.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first and 10, Rivers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yardage.
yardage. Okay.
20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tavon Austin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Simeon. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that one.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Khalil Mack in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset.
And he loses the football a second time. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
A group of Broncos there combined to bring him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. This is Lewis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the I. It's a quarterback sneak. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now with Juszczyk. So a nice job. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Second down following the run. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And they're going to go soft on the corners. One last throw here for Simeon. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory.
Can you donate me some players? Please. Quite possibly. What you looking for? You just start?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Allen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a carry for Allen. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
What your team look like? Send me
Now
some
they'll run
pics.
with Lewis.
And
And
me.
not too much going there.
Raise
So he'll get it
1-2.
up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go. 319.
Time running out here on the play clock. They try again with Lewis. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
James Harrison, the veteran, in on the stop. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the play clock's running down.
158.
They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
Here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 minutes remain in what's been a riveting Super Bowl 51. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. And they'll go on the ground. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This from 54 yards away. And with the play clock counting down towards 0, Todd Bowles will take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
He'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Back to throw, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Second down now after the incompletion.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.